In the icy waters of the North Atlantic, the RMS Titanic, a marvel of early 20th century engineering, collided with an iceberg and foundered. This event alone could easily be deemed the epitome of maritime disaster. Yet it is but one chapter in the long, complex narrative of catastrophic shipping incidents that have not only claimed countless lives, but have also precipitated monumental changes in maritime safety protocols. The specters of these sunken vessels loom large in our collective memory, serving as stark reminders of the perils that lurk in the unforgiving sea and the limits of human ambition and technology. On April 14, 1912, the Titanic, then the largest and most luxurious ocean liner afloat, struck an iceberg in the dead of night. The collision set in motion a tragedy that would end with the vessel lying 12,500 feet under the North Atlantic, taking over 1,500 souls with her to the ocean floor. The ship, believed to be unsinkable due to its modern watertight compartments and automated watertight doors, suffered a fatal gash along the starboard side of her hull. Beneath the veneer of steel and luxury, the Titanic was woefully unprepared for such a calamity, carrying lifeboats sufficient for only half of her passengers. In the frigid waters, tales of heroism and human frailty unfolded. The aftermath brought sweeping changes to maritime safety laws, including improved lifeboat requirements and the establishment of the International Ice Patrol to monitor iceberg dangers. On May 7, 1915, during World War I, the ocean liner SS Lusitania was torpedoed by a German U-boat off the coast of Ireland, sinking in just 18 minutes and killing nearly 1,200 people, including 128 Americans. This act sparked international outrage and heavily influenced the United States' decision to enter the war. The sinking highlighted the grim realities of war, namely, that civilian vessels could become targets. The disaster exposed the need for stricter wartime navigation rules and prompted advances in submarine detection techniques. Lusitania's legacy is one mired in controversy and conspiracy, but underscores the perpetual struggle between advancing military technology and the need for protective regulations in maritime warfare. On December 20, 1987, the passenger ferry MV Dona Paz collided with the oil tanker MT Vector in the Philippines, resulting in a horrific fire and the loss of more than 4,300 lives, making it the deadliest peacetime maritime disaster in history. Investigations revealed gross overloading and a devastating lack of safety measures, including insufficient life jackets and lifeboats. The fallout from this disaster led to tighter regulations on ferry operations in the Philippines, emphasizing the importance of strict adherence to safety protocols. This disaster serves as a painful reminder that negligence and disregard for safety can lead to unimaginable consequences. On September 28, 1994, the ferry MS Estonia sank in the Baltic Sea during a storm, claiming 852 lives. The investigation concluded that the failure of the bow door locking system, coupled with the rough seas, led to the catastrophe. The sinking of MS Estonia remains one of the worst maritime disasters in European history, and led to significant improvements in ferry safety across the region, including stricter controls on vessel design and stability requirements. The memory of Estonia haunts maritime safety discussions, constantly reminding us that even in modern times, the sea can rapidly transform from a passage to a grave. The explosion of the SS Sultana on April 27, 1865, stands as one of the most devastating maritime disasters in American history. Overloaded with Union soldiers returning home from the Civil War, the steamboat's boilers exploded on the Mississippi River near Memphis, killing an estimated 1,800 of her 2,400 passengers. The Sultana's tragedy was overshadowed by the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln and the end of the Civil War, receiving scant attention at the time. The disaster later prompted the U.S. government to impose stricter regulations on steamboat operations, including the requirement for regular safety inspections and limiting passenger numbers. This event starkly illustrated the dangers of regulatory negligence and the human cost of circumventing safety standards for profit. On January 30th, 1945, during the final stages of World War II, the German military transport ship MV Wilhelm Gustloff was sunk by a Soviet submarine in the Baltic Sea. With an estimated death toll of over 9,000, mostly refugees, it is recorded as the deadliest maritime disaster in history. The sinking is a poignant example of the impact of war on non-combatants and the severe implications of military decisions. It also led to serious discussions about the rights and protections of refugees and civilians during armed conflicts, influencing international law and the conventions of war. The Gustloff disaster serves as a somber reminder of the collateral damage of war, often eclipsed by the geopolitical discourses that dominate history. On December 6, 1917, the French cargo ship SS Mont Blanc, fully loaded with wartime explosives, collided with the Norwegian vessel SS Imo in the Halifax harbor. The resulting explosion devastated the city of Halifax, killing approximately 2,000 people and injuring thousands more. This catastrophic event led to improvements in ship-to-ship communication and harbor traffic management, which significantly minimized the risk of such incidents in the future. The disaster also highlighted the dangers of transporting hazardous materials, leading to more stringent regulations on the handling and transportation of explosive substances. The Halifax explosion remains one of the largest non-nuclear explosions in history, and a stark example of the unexpected consequences of wartime exigencies. On May 29, 1914, the RMS Empress of Ireland collided with the Norwegian collier SS Storstad in the St. Lawrence River amidst thick fog, sinking in less than 14 minutes and claiming 1,012 lives. The disaster prompted significant advancements in maritime safety, particularly in the realm of navigational technology, such as the use of radar and better ship design to improve stability and survivability in adverse conditions. This tragedy, occurring just 2 years after the Titanic, reinforced the urgent need for comprehensive safety measures in maritime travel, emphasizing the unpredictable nature of sea voyages. On July 24, 1915, the SS Eastland, a passenger ship moored in the Chicago River, rolled over while still docked, killing 844 people. This tragic event happened in mere feet of water and just a few yards from the shore. The Eastland disaster led to major overhauls in ship design, specifically addressing issues of stability and buoyancy. It also resulted in changes to laws governing the number of lifeboats and safety drills on board, ensuring that safety standards were not only in place but also rigorously enforced. The memory of Eastland serves as a painful reminder of what can go awry even in seemingly safe conditions, and underscores the necessity for stringent safety protocols. The stories of these 10 maritime disasters, though set in different times and contexts, converge on a common theme: the relentless pursuit of safety in the face of the unfathomable power of nature and human fallibility. Each event, tragic in its own right, has contributed to a legacy of improved safety standards and technological advancements in maritime travel. These disasters remind us of the price of neglect and the value of vigilance in engineering and regulatory practices. They show us that the lessons gleaned from tragedy can lead to safer seas for all who dare to navigate them. In the vast and mysterious depths of the world's oceans, these ships rest, not merely as relics of a bygone era, but as solemn guardians urging us to remember and learn from the mistakes of the past. As we continue to push the boundaries of what is possible on the water, we do well to remember these lessons carved from calamity.